With relentless efforts, Sarah stopped fearing the robot dog, which welcomed him as a friend. What a legendary turnaround. Meanwhile, Miles was over the moon. His goddess actually came to see him. Sarah was thrilled about his safety, but he had a bigger worry looming over him. That robot dog looked way too suspicious. It might just be a secret military weapon. He quickly told Miles to return it before they made a serious mistake, but Miles wouldn't let go, noting the dog's scars, abuse evident, saying its owner didn't deserve it. As night fell, two young hearts gravitated towards each other, and suddenly the atmosphere got a bit awkward. The robot dog quickly activated its Bluetooth. It connected to Sarah's phone, playing some chill tunes, as if to say, "Enjoy this peaceful moment." Life's ups and downs, joy fleeting. The assistant had already traced the family trees. Sarah was thrilled to get a prestigious uni offer, while his mom was drowning in debt like Miles' dad. The assistant suggested funding them, thinking it'd be best to return the robot dog to normal research, but the scientists were too attached to let it go. The next morning, with the robot dog's help, they successfully rescued a slippery vehicle, but how would they get this clumsy buddy out of there? To adopt it was a huge problem. Suddenly, Sarah had a light bulb moment. He decided to hide it in his secret base. The robot dog leaped into the car and covered itself, pretending just an innocent pet here. But when they stopped at a gas station, it surprised them again, hacking into the gas pump. With a sparkle in its eyes, the tank was instantly refueled. What a free gas machine! But bigger surprises were yet to come. The robot dog then hacked the nearby ATM, bills flying out everywhere. In shock and delight, the two panicked. They immediately tried to stop it, frantically gathering all the cash before dashing off. Sarah's secret base was an abandoned mansion, with walls covered in his graffiti, his emotional outlet. The robot dog curiously watched his painting, scanning his every move as if it wanted to do something. Then, it opened a holographic projection, adding 3D lines to Sarah's work. This was just wild. Accidentally, it outlined the shape of a feather, which became the key to unlock the database, and the robot dog immediately activated it. The military was busy developing a powerful, reliable weapon, attempting to biolink it with soldiers. To enhance combat capabilities, it could also carry various weapons to adapt to different combat environments. There was even a self-destruct mechanism to prevent capture by enemies, sending chills down the spines of the two young people. They quickly told the robot dog to turn off the projection, and it obediently complied, but then popped out the admin key. Sarah worriedly instructed it to leave it alone, but Miles just snatched it, eager to claim it as his own. Sharp pain stung his finger, drawing blood from that moment on. Miles was the robot dog's one and only master. Things started spiraling out of control, but the scientists remained calm. After all, there was just one more director to handle. Just then, the assistant spotted an approaching vehicle. Fu Xiao was fuming, looking for Sarah. He thought Sarah had betrayed him, and in fierce confrontation when they clashed, Fu Xiao managed to have Sarah pinned down. Miles felt quite satisfied. Wanting the robot dog to drag Fu Xiao over, the dog obeyed and released him. The young master of the Fu family was now a sorry sight, like he had plunged into a pit of misery. Miles warned Fu Xiao never to bother Sarah again, letting the robot dog finally release him after an apology, of course. But his careless words led the robot dog to mistakenly think Fu Xiao was also a friend, adding him to its protected list. The assistant grew anxious, fearing Miles would snap and cause a scene, yet the scientists were completely unfazed. After Fu Xiao left, Sarah erupted at Miles, scolding him for wasting the clinic's money. He acted like a wuss and flew off the moment you got power. Life is not just about poetry and distant dreams. Although the robot dog was born for war, it couldn't change the impoverished reality, yet Sarah wasn't willing to accept that. He simply didn't care about that stubborn rich kid, and Fu Xiao's issues were quickly forgotten by both of them. But now that the robot dog was exposed, figuring out where to keep it was their top priority. Sarah begged Miles to talk to his dad, but his dad echoed Sarah's thoughts, return it to the military. Such a war thing is definitely not something common folks like us should touch. They were still bickering when Sarah suddenly gasped Fu Xiao was live streaming the robot dog on YouTube. Being humiliated like that, Fu Xiao wasn't going to let it slide. He gathered people for revenge and instructed them to stream it live. Fu Xiao thought to himself, even if I found their dead fish, the robot dog would still sniff out the intruders. However, the scientists across town were in a frenzy. If the robot dog got destroyed, how would they explain that to the military? The Alliance dispatched agents for retrieval. They'd need at least 2.5 hours to get there, hoping the dumb dog can somehow save it. But Fu Xiao wasn't going to wait. He spread gasoline in the hallway and tossed a football to lure the robot dog. The cameraman was shaking in fear, worried this could turn into a deadly ambush. Yet Fu Xiao was oddly confident. He took out a flamethrower from the vehicle, intending to unleash a spectacular fireworks display, and when the robot dog detected the impending danger, it barely had time to shut its eyes in self-preservation. But it was already engulfed in flames, trapped in a narrow space with no escape. When Miles and Sora arrived, the robot dog was barely recognizable, and while they wanted to fix it, they had no idea where to start. Thankfully, its core intelligence was intact. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay updated, and we can't wait to see you all again soon.